Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Anna and I'm one of the two magical unicorns on this channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about fandom in the Twilight. Hi! Autumn is here and that means for a lot of us we get time to spend in the couch and watch some amazing series and animes. But sometimes it can be hard to find what to watch. That is why I've chosen 5 new animes to present to you this week that I really like, and hopefully you can find something you like too. As with all the animes this week, I am basing the reviews on the 5 first episodes, just to give you a feeling of what the anime is about without giving any spoilers. When I started watching Phantom in the Twilight, I absolutely fell in love straight away. I was so sure that I was gonna use this anime for the last one this week, just to finish off with the best one. If you're following us, you know that it's a Tuesday today, and I found one that I loved even more, but that does not mean that this isn't great. Phantom in the Twilight is set in modern day London, and this is where we meet Bailu Ton and her best friend when they arrive from Japan to start university as exchange students. And that is another thing that I really enjoy about this anime, that they are a little bit older, because otherwise it is very common that they are high school age. So I think that's really good that they are college students and a bit older, and that makes it more relatable for grown-ups like us. First thing that happens to Bailu Ton and her best friend is that they get robbed. Someone grabs all their stuff from off the street and just runs away. In the heat of the moment, Bailu Ton decides to take after the perpetrator and just leaves her friend standing in the street and goes running off into London, where she has never been before. With a little bit of magic that hasn't been further explained in the 5 episodes that I've watched for this review, she happens to stumble upon a cafe, and this cafe was started by her great-grandmother when she herself lived in London. In this cafe that her great-grandmother started, she finds 3 guys that are willing to help her find the robber and her stuff. They find some leads and they go after the villain and leave Tom behind to keep her safe. This might seem a bit weird, 3 complete strangers deciding to help this girl going off to a park in the middle of the night, not knowing what kind of robber or bad guy they will meet. For a complete stranger. But soon we find out that these 3 guys knew Tom's great-grandmother, meaning they're not 3 regular guys. The 3 guys go to the park where they have traced the robber, and Tom soon follows them. This is where we find out that Vlad, the first guy, is a vampire. The second one, Luke, is a werewolf, and the third one is Tauryu. I am not completely sure how to pronounce it, that is the best I can do. And he is some kind of Japanese spirit. I am not completely sure because I am not that familiar with Japanese lore, but he was gunning down people before, apparently. That means, of course, the thief is not a regular person. He is some kind of goblin creature and has a lot of friends, and they fight these guys and Tom gets all her stuff back. With Vlad's vampire powers, he erases Tom's memories of the events, but soon she is back anyways. This time Tom is back because her best friend has been kidnapped. Soon the 3 guys have taken in Tom and made her the manager of the cafe. We also get to meet a 4th member of the cafe staff. Wayne King is a spirit found by Vlad, and he takes up residence in different kind of things like electronics, radio stations to talk, or mobile phones, and he can hack computers, and he decides to take up residence in a mannequin so he can move around a little bit like a real boy. With the help of the 4 guys, Tom tries to find her friend and get her back, but there are a lot of things happening, and there are bad guys, and there are bad guys that are not that bad, and it's really exciting. This idea might not be the most original one. There have been, I don't know how many versions of vampires and werewolves made, but this time they had made their own twist of it. This time for once the vampire and the werewolf are working together, they are actually friends. And we also get a little bit of Japanese lore thrown into the mix. The characters are well made and have their different personalities. Vlad is a brooding vampire a la Stefan Salvatore or Edward the Sparkly One. Vlad in the meantime is very happy and joking and all over the place with his smile and his laugh. And then we have Tyryu, who is very formal and strict, and you can notice that he is focused on what is proper. He decides to help Ton with how she looks and how she carries herself. And then we have Wayne, who is more like a child. He's young in spirit and just behaves like a kid. Also seems Hi! The kitten joined me. So Ton is this young and confident woman who goes after what she wants. She is not afraid to fail, she is willing to learn and try and get up again when something goes wrong. What I find really intriguing in this anime is how the supernatural creatures are made. There are no curses, no diseases, no blood transfer. The way that creatures are made is from people's imagination and fears. When you are scared in the dark and you imagine a vampire or a werewolf or a ghost, and that happens enough times, you get a vampire or a werewolf or a ghost, depending on what you're afraid of and what you're imagining. So Vlad is based on Dracula, for example. If this goes the right way, I think this series can be really exciting and very good and intriguing. I think they have the potential of a plot that can be really interesting, but it could also go the wrong way, which sometimes happens with this kind of series. We have the potential of a love triangle between Vlad, Luke and Ton. And aren't we kind of done with love triangles? I really hope we don't have to see one this time, because I was never into love triangles, so I am really over them. I am also hoping that the characters stay strong. They seem to be competent in handling their emotions and their actions, but I can admit that I'm a bit afraid that they will just turn soppy and not be able to communicate, and when they communicate they lie and they get in each other's way, and that would just not be fun at all. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope that this anime stays on the right track, because I am really excited to see more. As for what I can find, there will be 12 episodes in this first season, but I'm really hoping for more. So that was it for this time. Are you as excited as I am for this series? Have you seen it and did you agree with me? Let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and if you want us to talk about something special, please let us know. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay magical.